So as you can see, there's a large amount of supplies that you will need to make a fabric covered box. The easiest way, and you can use any box. You don't have to necessarily use a store-bought collapsible cube, but they're so convenient. And they're all the same size, and you will know how much fabric you need each time. But you are also able to use any box by following the steps that I show you on how to measure and how to get the right proportions on the fabric and how to apply the fabric. So we're going to use this today. Got this at Wal Mart. You will need fabric. I have three choices here, and I believe I'm going to use this one. The grosgrain ribbon is for trimming the inside edge. These are embellishments, but you will need a measuring tape, a good measuring tape, a pair of scissors, a glue gun. I recommend a glue gun. Glues that have an odor mess with my asthma in a tremendous way, so I almost always use a glue gun. But you must be careful. Please be cautious with the glue gun. Leather scraps, just in case you want to make your own little leather handles, and little screw-on brads, or what do they call them? Screw posts. They're nickel plated, and you can poke your hole through and then use these to apply the leather straps or leather handles to the size of the basket. So let me measure. Let me show you how I'm going to measure. Let me toss these out of the way and get them out of the picture. How I'm going to measure is, first we'll open there's another piece of leather. First we'll open the box. Now the outside says it's 10.5 by 10.5. So we know that much. But how to measure, I want to show you how to do this so that you can measure for any box. You need 3 inches. You need 3 inches to overlap on the one side. Then measure, keeping that taut, across the bottom, up this opposite side, which is 35 inches, and then I need to add 3 more inches to that, so that is 38 inches. I need 38 inches of fabric. That is the width. I need to add 3 inches to each side. Let me pull my phone back just a little so you can see where I am measuring. And each side, the width is 10 inches. I want to add 3 inches to the right side and 3 inches to the left side, so that would be 16 inches. Let me go cut that fabric and I'll be right back. Now when I'm working with plaid, I like to measure and then use a dark line in the plaid to cut my fabric. I have already cut this fabric 38 inches in length, and now I'm going to use this dark line to indicate the 16-inch mark and also the 1-inch line is right past that dark plaid mark. Let me move that just so you can see, and it's on the light side, so I will just cut that out easily. Plaids make that easy. If you have a rotary cutter or mat, that makes it even easier. Just a tip. Another quick tip, I don't double cut because the plaid is not the same from one side to the other. This is a printed plaid. This is not yarn dyed plaid. A printed plaid can sometimes end up with a with the plaid stripes not matching from one side to the other side. So that's just another tip. I will individually cut both pieces out so the plaids will match on the sides. So I have the pieces, I have the first piece cut. The second piece is directly underneath, and as you can see, the plaids don't exactly line up. So I left extra inches at the top So I will be moving and adjusting this and cutting this out so that the plaids match. There we go. All right, this should be a fun project. Okay, so the plaids are matching. I had to do a little bit of adjusting, but it was worth it. I'll be happy with the end result. On to the next step. So I have both pieces of fabric cut. I need to prepare them to put them on the box. The box measured 10 inches, but it's really 10.5 inches. So I need to do a preparatory step. I'm going to get one of these out of the way. Let me just set it off to the side. But to prepare this, I want to finger press the sides over and see if it matches the box. I have an extra 6 inches, but since that was 10.5 inches, even though my tape measure said 10 inches, I really feel like I should measure. There we go. I think that, can you see? I think this will be a good fit. Alright, so I finger press it all the way down. Yep, that fits. Might need to give myself a little bit more leeway here on this side. It doesn't hurt to have overlap on this box, on the sides of the boxes at all, because they're going to bloom together, and at the end I'll show you the last step. You guys are going to love this project when I'm finished. You'll be grabbing all the boxes in the house and putting fabric on them and decorating them. These are great to take to baby showers. Alright, let me check it again. Yeah, I like that. I like this. Let me see. Yep, I like it. I like it to just have a 1/4 of an inch larger than than the box. So I'm going to fold this in half, and then I'm going to crease where I fold this in half. All right, really creasing this hard because this box has a mark just on the one side. So I'll have to guess on the other side. I'll have to measure. But this box has a mark, so I can set that crease right down on this crease when I open it up. There we go. Oh, there's the crease. Let me set it down on the crease. Woo. Yep. Ah, I did it. I did it. All right. Now, I was at JoAnns. I should have gotten the fancy clips that I saw at JoAnns, but we're going to pull this up. And I'm going to use clothespins, smooth it out to hold that in place. I'm going to fold that in just a little bit. I do want bloom on the side, but right at this edge, not necessarily. All right, there we go. Let's lift this up and see what we're looking at here. Oh yeah. I think I need to move my box just a little. You have to finagle and adjust. And here we go. Woohoo! Oh man, that looks so good. That looks so good. I'm so excited. That looks so good. So, I am not going to hot glue here. I am a clumsy woman and I'll burn the house down. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it to the kitchen. I have a cold hot glue gun to show you where to glue at. But I'm going to take this to the kitchen. This edge that is folded over, I'm going to lift it up and I'm going to glue the dickens out of that, and I'm just going to push that down in there. If there's glue debris, it doesn't matter. We're going to cover this raw edge up with a piece of grosgrain ribbon. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to glue that, and this is already wrapped. So I'm going to glue that edge, and then I'm going to just run a line of glue on the inside. I don't want this all mashed. I don't want the glue on the outer edge. I'm going to run my glue gun, stick it in there pretty far, and run a line of glue, glue it down, turn it around, do that for the other side, and I'll be back in a minute. So I'm back, and I brought my glue gun with me. I thought you guys have got to see how easy this is. I finished gluing the dickens. I just glued the dickens down on this inside piece, and on this second inside piece, then I have this one side that I totally left unglued so that I could show you. I hope I don't catch anything on fire. But as you can see, these are glued down, but you can't see the glue. So let me show you how easy that is to run the glue gun just right down there. I've got my glue gun in the floor. Hold on a second. Okay, this glue gun's been through a lot, so it's a little bit nasty. Let me see if you can see. So I'm just going to stick my glue gun tip way down in there, and I'm squeezing it and I'm running it up and down and up and down. Now, just pressing it in. There we go, and I can feel that glue, but that glue is right down in here, and that's exactly where I want it to be. Now it's time to put this second piece on. Okay, so we have to prepare this piece in the exact same way as we prepared the last piece. Except we're going to try to match the plaids. Here we go. So I'm going to fold this in and finger press. I'm eyeballing it. What I think it should be. I'll set the box on it and adjust it. If I need to adjust it, I'll adjust it. Let me set the box on. That's a little too wide. We'll take this in a bit. Let's set the box on it. Still just a tad wide. All right. Finger pressing it down. Now I'm going to want to match the plaids up the side. So let's see how that works. I'm going to need more than that. I'm going to set it on this black mark. Let's see how that works. Oh, almost perfect. Need to give it a little bit more. Oh yeah, look there. Look there, I have matching plaid. Yay! All right. So I had to fold that down a little bit farther. Let's see what happens on this other side. Haven't had this happen before. Nope, that's not going to work. The plaids match, but that's too much of a discrepancy. I may have to cut a second piece. Oh, I have a match. Hold on, I'll turn it so you can see. I have to pull this just a little bit. Can you see? I have a match. I have the edges folded over too far. I want this to bloom together. I want these sides to bloom together. So I'm going to refold this. I'll glue it and I'll be back in just a moment. So I've glued the second piece onto the box cover. Doesn't it look nice? I left one side seam, and I don't know if you noticed or not, but one corner on each side of the plaid matches better than the other. That's just the way the print is. But these corner edges have been glued down, have been glued together rather. Here's how I glued them together. I left one unfinished so I could show you. How I glued them together was this, but you notice that they don't come apart. Let me find the seam up. Here's the seam that has not been glued yet, and it's open and flimsy. What I will do is I will take my glue gun, I will lift back one side, and I will run a real thin line all the way down that side. Then I'm going to like count to 25 or 20. I'm going to wait quite a few seconds, and then I will pinch the seam together. I need to do that also along the bottom. Let me grab my glue gun, and let's hope I don't catch anything on fire. I'll be right with you. Okay, my cord is only, let me unplug it. I think it will, there we go. Okay, here we go. Can you see this? I am going to put a thin line of glue just right on the inside edge. Right on the inside edge. Now I'm going to wait. Let me plug my glue gun back in. Well, no, I don't need to plug my glue gun back in. All right, now I'm going to wait. I don't want to burn myself, and I don't want you to burn yourself. But I think I've waited long enough. I'm going to pinch it together. This is what I meant about the fabric blooming along the sides, because that's the last step there on the sides. Look, it's a nice clean catch. And if you feel like you need more glue, add it in there, add some more glue. Now, let me do the same thing along the bottom. I'm going to stick it in and put the glue on the box portion. There we go. Now I'm not too worried about that coming out on me. Just smooth it into place. The opposite side. Just smooth that into place. How nice is that? Now the next step is to finish this raw edge on the inside. We might have to trim with scissors a little bit, although I think it looks pretty neat if you ask me. But we're going to take grosgrain ribbon, and we're just going to start at one point and put the grosgrain ribbon right around and enclose that raw edge. I'll be back with you in just a moment. So I have glued the grosgrain ribbon around the inside of the box, but I left a small portion of it unglued so that I could show you how easy it is and what you will be doing. What you will be doing is this piece is unglued. You get the light on it. Let me move my light here so you can, that's better. All right. So you put a strand of glue. I've taken pictures. I'll have pictures on my website, chrissysoverthemountainCrochet.com, and I'll have, I'll probably put pictures in the video, but you run a strip of glue, just a line of glue, right on the edge of that fabric. Then you lay the grosgrain ribbon just right over top of it. So easy. But when you cut the ribbon, cut enough so that you can bend it over and overlap it, and that encases that raw edge on the first piece of grosgrain ribbon. I have my glue gun. Let me get it and walk around the table and see if we can show you. Okay, here we go. All right. I hope you can see this. I'm running glue right along the edge of the fabric. Just all kinds of it. Need a glue stick. This does take a lot of glue sticks. There we go. I ran the glue right up. Let me get some light on it. I ran the glue just right on the edge of that fabric. Now before I lay down the ribbon, I'm going to bend it over. There we go. Now I need to put a little bit of glue on that ribbon to glue that in place. there we go. Look how nice that looks. I don't know if you can see it, but look at the inside is so nice. You can also cover the little cardboard insert that's on the inside. You can put fabric on this just as well if you choose. So the basket is finished on the inside. We've wrapped this collapsible cube in fabric. We've trimmed the inside with grosgrain ribbon. This is ready to present to somebody as a gift, and that's just what I'm going to do. I have fussy cut some of the fabric that I showed at the very beginning of the video. I placed heat and bond light on the back. I fused all of these pieces to heat and bond light. Then I fused the pieces to sewable fleece and then cut it out. And I've cut this one out. I think this will be adorable on the front. I'm not sure if it should be adorable on the front, in the middle, on the side. Not sure. I think this big button, maybe with a scrap of flannel tied through it, up at the corner would be cute. I think this would be adorable, the side of it, maybe a collection of buttons on the side, and more of these. And I want to show you how to do this, but before I do a YouTube video, I'm going to do this live on my Facebook page. It'll be a live finishing, and I will put the link down below. I want you to make sure you watch that live. It's going to be exciting. I have a lot of folks that have been anticipating this, and I hope you come. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button, and I hope to see you on my side of the mountain soon.